2, 1, go. Yeah, hello once again. So there are a few things we'd like to discuss during this meeting. The most important thing is decomposition. Apart from the composition, there are a few things. Let's start with them. So the fourth group member is not responding in the forum, the group forum. So I'm not sure if he'll join us. Well, let's
Okay. I
wait.
didn't know we had a fourth person.
Yeah, neither did I.
Yeah, he joined. I noticed, but yeah, no responses.
Okay.
I tried reaching him. Another question probably we'd need to discuss on how we're going to collaborate with Git, but yeah, let's postpone it to the end of the meeting and let's start with the composition.
Yeah.
So not sure what's the right way to discuss it. I can share my thoughts and then hear what you guys think, and let's just...
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So from what I understand, the scope is pretty small. Mostly we'll be developing two functions in student module. The first one is the explore, the second one is escape. So I believe those two will go as separate tasks on the board.
Yeah.
Apart from that, we'll probably need to cover it with unit tests, maybe some integration tests, and also I'd like to set up CI/CD, so each time we push something to the repo, we check if build succeeds. So
Yeah.
I think that will be enough. So what do you guys think?
I think that's enough. Yeah, I was going to suggest something very similar.
Yeah, I agree.
One more thing to mention here: escape routine looks much more difficult than explore one. Escape will need to use some kind of a sophisticated algorithm in like Dijkstra's algorithm in escape routine, or something else. So we need to investigate, and the course authors also recommend to start with something simple and just make it work, and not to focus on gold collection optimization at first. So we can just find the quickest path to the exit, and that's all. So that sounds like a different separate task to optimize the algorithm and make it collect gold along the way. So after all, we'll have like 3 tasks. So we'll need a task for explore, a task for escape, and a task for enhanced escape. So those are core tasks, and maybe another one for testing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. What do you think?
That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think probably best just to focus on getting something that works first, and then because we've got a couple of weeks, haven't we? So maybe when we talk next week, we could figure out how we might make it better.
Yeah.
Like optimize the gold collection.
Yeah, I agree.
If it works, right? We're nearly there.
Yeah. Let's decide on how are we going to split it. Yeah, I haven't thought much about this one.
Yeah, neither did I. I couldn't figure it out because there's not a great deal of stuff. It's difficult to see, even between. Imagine if we had a fourth person, even between the 3 of us, it's difficult to see, like exactly where you would do it. I guess one of the suggestions is that you could do like, so you give escape to one person and whatever the other one's called. It's going to help my mind.
Explore.
Now, explore to the other to another person, and then a third person could do the sort of testing, but it's a bit dull. So I don't think that's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, but it's okay if we want to make things work as fast as we can. Another approach would be to have the same task completed by several of us and just compare our versions and vote which one do we pick, maybe based on some performance metrics.
That's quite a good idea, I think, because at least then at least then you're getting a sort of taste of everything rather than And if if we, let's say I couldn't figure out a decent algorithm for the escape one, it doesn't matter because you two both had to go at it as well, right? So
Yeah, but what's the point of teamwork then if everybody does the same?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know.
I think it's meant to be, it's. I think they did it on purpose, intentionally. It's not supposed to be complex. It's just a matter of like the main objective is to just collaborate, even if it's like a dull project.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I think you're right.
I would say like the project just doesn't matter. It's just about collaboration.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because it doesn't seem, I haven't attempted it yet, but it doesn't seem that difficult.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it would require a group of people.
But it's kind of doable solo, kind of.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so perhaps we should forget that then, and perhaps we should divide up the tasks as was the first suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could I ask to work on CI/CD and tests?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's something I think I'm good at, so I can start writing tests and push them to the repo as soon as possible, and you'll be able to verify if your code works. So what's left is explore and escape, and let's say it's the simplest version of escape where we don't collect gold, and then we meet in a week and decide whether maybe the last parts we can do all together, because
I think so.
The most interesting one.
Yeah, the sort of the difficult bit.
Yeah,
I think that's a good idea. Waleed, which one would you rather do?
I actually don't. I don't want to have like I'd probably spend too long deciding which tasks to do, so I'll just pick off whatever is left.
Okay, I will have a go at the escape one then, and we'll see how that goes. And I might send you a message, Waleed, during the week if I'm struggling with it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Anytime during the week, actually, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so it would be Waleed's going to do the explore.
Yeah, I'll get it written as.
I'll do the screen.
Yeah, I'll create tasks. I'll assign tasks for you guys.
Okay, thank you.
On Trello, right?
Yeah, on Trello.
And don't forget, I'm also going to make the Discord server, which is the most challenging and difficult of all the tasks.
Yeah. We decided to make a Discord channel server. Yeah.
Could you post the Trello link on the Discord group?
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah.
Because I've read the whole thing. It's not there.
Yeah. Okay, and lastly, let's discuss how we are going to push and commit to the repo. Have you heard of a thing called Git flow? And have you worked with other developers previously on GitHub?
No, I don't. I've never used that before.
Okay. It's a technique or an approach where each feature is developed on a separate branch.
Mm-hmm.
Then you open a pull request to the main branch. Other developers review your codes, make suggestions, comment on it, and then they approve or reject if they ask you to improve some things, and then they eventually approve and you merge your codes into the main branch.
Okay.
So for us, what it means that you guys will need to branch out from the main branch. You have to come up with the name of the branch, and everything you do within your branch. You don't interfere with what other person or people do.
I'm a push straight into production kind of guy.
Yeah, that's fine if that's a pet project, but I think that's the point of.
I'm joking.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, I will. I will investigate how all that stuff works then.
Okay, I'll share some links.
Yeah.
But basically, just create your own branch, develop everything there, and push it to the origin, to the server.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then when the time comes, we just create pull requests. Okay, that's probably it. Oh, one more thing I wanted to verify with Steven, because sorry, Steven, I made you create university's account, GitHub account. I didn't know that we
Yes.
can use personal one. And
It's fine.
you'll probably have issues with SSH keys, so you'll need to download a repo, and you'll need to make changes, push a new branch to the server, and you'll need access. So usually you use SSH key for that. You probably have created one for personal account, but now since you have two accounts, it's quite messy to use one account or another. So if you need any help with that, so there are two options. You can still use your personal account. I'll just add it, and that's okay. You'll be able to work on GitHub repo, or we can set up you two different accounts simultaneously on your.
It's okay. I created the University of London one. I'll just use that. I think that seems to work at the moment.
Okay.
So, yeah, I created a personal access token to be able to access the repo. So I think.
Okay. Personal access token, yeah, that's something I don't use usually, but we'll see if it works for you. If you can push to the branch and get all of the updates.
I'll let you know if there's any problems.
Yeah.
I think it should work. That's how I've done it previously, so it should be okay.
Okay. I think we discussed everything then.
Cool. Thanks very much, guys.
Yep.
Nice to catch up. We will. When do we want to have something that's like working? When would be good?
I also have a few noob questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go
on. Wait. One sec. I'm just trying to find the Trello link.
I've got it here. Hang on.
Because I'm not sure which
Oops.
what my tasks are.
Okay, I'll create tasks and I'll post in our group channel once again. Maybe if you have any other questions, it's okay to ask, even if it's noob questions. There are no noob questions at this point.
There are no noob questions, exactly.
I think that's it. I just want to know which tasks I'm handling. That's all.
Okay, I'll create a task for you. So basically, you'll be working on explore function. This is the first function that will be called.
Yeah.
Have you tried running the project, building it?
I haven't, because I keep switching. Like right now, I'm using the work laptop, but I cloned the project on my personal, my desktop computer. So I'll have to turn that on and do it.
Yeah.
You might need to.
Which is the pain, to be honest.
Yeah, you might need to mess around with the Java version to get it working. I had to do that.
And I've added an instruction, a README file, with all of the steps to install and run the build. So you might check that out also.
I saw that. That one.
Yeah. So answering your question, Steven, when do we want to have things working? That's a good one. So next Saturday we meet at the same time, right?
Yeah, if that's good for you. Works for me.
So we would probably want to have those tasks done by that time, but we'll also need a bit of time to review your tasks beforehand, right?
Yeah.
Maybe for me, like the Friday evening works, or even so. Yeah, for me it would be fine if you will submit your work until Friday evening or even Saturday morning. Because anyway, with my time zone, it's convenient for me to review your codes just before our meeting. But
Yeah.
that
Okay.
that couldn't work. That would probably not work for you, Steven, because it's morning and you would probably want us to submit earlier. Is that right?
Yes, but it doesn't matter. I can because we'll be able to check in during the week, won't we? So we'll be able to see pretty much. You know, you'd have seen most of the stuff, haven't you? Wouldn't you? Really?
So I mean, I was about to say something, but I forgot. Oh, I was saying I would prefer to finish like the biggest chunk before the 15th.
Let me check the calendar.
That's next Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Yeah, we'll have it mostly done by then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I have a nose surgery on the 15th, so like afterwards I would be, well, let's
Out
just
of
say,
action.
yeah, out of action basically. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So if we get, I think Friday evening's perfectly fine. Let's say Friday evening to get something submitted, and then we can talk about it on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I think that seems reasonable.
So I'll create tasks, assign them to you. Anything else?
Okay, I'll write the code. Then I won't push anything. We'll just wait for your unit tests. I'll test my code on those, and if it passes, I'll push.
Yeah, okay. Then I'll need to submit a bit earlier. Anyways, you shouldn't be blocked on me. If it's working for you, you can just push and we'll then check when maybe on Saturday when we're all together.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll work on it. I mean, I won't wait. I'll finish it and then I'll test, and then like I'll just iterate on it until it passes the tests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Great stuff.
All right. I guess.
Is there anything else?
Nope. You can wrap
Cool.
it up.
I will. I'll make the Discord thing and send you a link, and we can use that to talk to each other if necessary during the week. Cool.
Thanks, guys. Have a good
Thank
Friday.
you to you. Thanks for all your work.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.